Alright, YouTube subscribers, my name is Rayshawn, known as Ray Niz on Facebook, also known as Mr. Ceiling Fan Man 1999 on YouTube. Now, what's going on is that I'm doing the 2021 remake of my 52-inch Tuscan patina Hampton Bay Berlini ceiling fan, and due to the fact that the file number for this fan is E75795, this ceiling fan was manufactured by Aircool, and it was made in China back in January of 2005. And it is 3 speeds, and it would be electrically reversible with the original remote receiver and original remote for the fan. And due to the fact that the ceiling fan was missing its remote, this ceiling fan couldn't be controlled without the remote control. So that's why I had to rewire it to get it so it will work without a remote, and made it into a single speed ceiling fan. And the way I wired it is that I made it into a single speed fan. So when you just hardwire the fan, and when you turn the switch on and stuff, and you don't have anything controlling the fan, the light and the fan will come on simultaneously. So right now I got it operated by a Harbor Breeze ceiling fan remote control. And I got this ceiling fan from a friend of mine, as she didn't want the fan anymore because it was missing a remote control, and she didn't have a way to control the fan to put it on whatever setting she liked to put it on. So that's why she let me replace this fan with the Harbor Breeze Lansing ceiling fan. So without further ado, I'm about to go on and demonstrate this fan, starting off with the light. And it also has a dim functional setting and stuff. So when I hold the light button down, the lights will dim. Give me a minute. Yeah, and I'm using them LED light bulbs that I put on this fan and stuff. So I'm about to go on to turn it off. Okay, why this remote glitch? Oh, here it go. So I'm about to go on and start it off with low. Oh, here it go. Well, this remote's starting to glitch some. I don't know why this remote is glitching so much. The battery probably might be going dead on this remote or something. And I see why a lot of fan collectors doesn't like remote control ceiling fans. And I see why a lot of ceiling fan collectors prefer to use a ceiling fan that comes with pull chains. It's because a lot of ceiling fan remotes are known for having that type of problem, like that the battery will go dead and stuff, and you gotta change the battery light every now and then and stuff. And plus on some of them you gotta change the battery out so often and stuff. But other than that, I'm about to go back to talking about this fan. So this ceiling fan is installed in my Nook. Now, this ceiling fan replaced my Lightic Signet Deluxe ceiling fan that I installed in this Nook back in 2016. As I was starting to get bored with my Lightic Signet Deluxe ceiling fan. So that's why I decided to put this fan up in there and stuff. And it is blowing some air and stuff. I can actually feel it from the distance that I'm in. But I'm really not going to feel the airflow as good by standing under the fan as I am standing out the Nook, because the Nook is so small and the ceiling fan is too big, and plus it's taking up too much space in the Nook and stuff. So that's what's causing the ceiling fan not to blow in the air and stuff. It's blowing a little air, and it does have a hum to it. It did. So what I forgot to tell you about the features about this fan is that it has 5 dark walnut blades on both sides. So the blades are non-reversible, and This ceiling fan uses a perma-lock down rod, meaning that you gotta unscrew the down rod onto the coupler and stuff, and you gotta twist the down rod onto the coupler. It's like how you attach a down rod on a Hunter ceiling fan. So that's what I mean by the perma-lock down rod. But other than that, I'm about to go on and put it on medium and stuff. And then with this remote control that I'm using and stuff, it's really a little bit of a difference between medium and high, but it's really not that much difference. And then so what I forgot to tell you is that so when on this type of remote and stuff, when I put it on medium, the ceiling fan goes like how fast it'll go on high speed, because that's how fast that's how fast that this fan will originally go on high speed, as if it was in a bigger room than this, and if it was on a different remote. And then what I forgot to tell you is that this ceiling fan also has some bearing noise to it, due to the fact that the bearings are getting dry and stuff. So it's making some scraping noises and stuff. That's the noise that it's making. But it is blowing some good air and stuff, as you can see the curtains moving and stuff. And then so what else I forgot to tell you is that that I did use like a 3-wire capacitor to make this fan. Oh, excuse me for my finger being in the way. To make this fan work, it did work, but it wasn't that much difference between. It wasn't no difference between medium and high. So high speed was just as slow as medium. So then I ended up putting another capacitor on the fan, and now it made high speed a lot faster and stuff. But other than that, I'm about to go on and put it on high speed. Hold on. Here we go. And it does have a little, and it does wobble a little bit on high speed. And the reason why is that because the reason why it wobbles a little on high speed is because the ceiling in the nook is uneven, because what happened back in 2007 was when my father redid the ceiling and stuff. So what happened was that he ended up tearing down that side of the ceiling and stuff, due to the fact that that side of the ceiling was damaged. So so one side of the ceiling is made out of drywall, and the other side of this ceiling right here is made out of sheetrock. So it's kind of uneven and stuff. And then so what happened was that that the original junction box in the ceiling was a little bit too loose and stuff. So I ended up replacing it, and replaced it with the junction box that's rated for ceiling fans. And I got the ceiling fan installed on the 1032 screws. And due to the fact that I changed out the junction box, it tore some of the ceiling out, so I had to repatch the ceiling, and I didn't patch the ceiling right. So the junction box is too far up in the ceiling, so I had to end up using some longer 1032 screws and stuff. And I did tighten up the mounting bracket as long as possible, but the mounting bracket kept going through the ceiling and stuff. So I had to use the ceiling medallion on there just so the mounting bracket can be tight. But so the mounting bracket is not supported that good and stuff. But surprisingly, the ceiling fan is not wobbling and stuff. I'm not saying that like it's gonna fall down or anything, because it's not gonna fall and stuff. Plus this fan been up there for like 11 months and stuff. But I'm about to go on and show you guys the bearing noise that it's making. Thank you. But it is blowing some air and stuff. It is blowing air. It is. And then I'm going to show what it looks like with the light on. Hold on. So here what it looks like with the light on. And then so that's the bearings making that scraping noise. So this ceiling fan going to have to be oiled. So other than that, I'm about to go on and turn this fan off. And then when I hold these light buttons down, that'll actually reset the fan. If I hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds and stuff, give me a minute. You know what, forget it. Alright. So, I'm about to go on to tell you the history about them ceiling fans, about the previous ceiling fans that I had installed in this Nook. So the previous ceiling fan I had installed in this Nook was my Lightech Signet Deluxe that I installed in 2016. And I installed my Lightech Signet Deluxe ceiling fan in 2016 to just to replace my Heritage Empire ceiling fan that I messed up back in 2012 when I was 13 years old. So it used to be a Heritage Empire ceiling fan in my Nook that I did a video of back in 2012. At the time when my YouTube username used to be I Love You Pooh Bear 97 back then. And then I changed it to Mr. Ceiling Fan Man 1999 on YouTube. Now, and then what happened was that the junction box for the fan was loose and stuff, and the junction box was too far up in the ceiling. So my father had to screw the mounting bracket for my Heritage Empire ceiling fan up there in another way and stuff. But I'm going to talk about that. I ain't going to talk about all that stuff anyway, because all that stuff what I'm talking about has nothing to do with the fan and stuff. So, these ceiling fans would originally came from the Home Depot, this Hampton Berlini ceiling fan. But I don't know the exact year they started making these fans. But they don't make ceiling fans like these no more, probably because the problem is that when you run the ceiling fan and stuff, the blade brackets will start to scrape up against the light kit, because that's the problem that I had with this fan. So the only way I was able to solve the problem was by installing a light kit on the fan right after I put the washers onto the light kit and stuff. And that's what stopped the fan blade brackets from scraping up against the light kit that I had to use some washers and stuff. But other than that, I just about ran out with what I had to say about this fan. And before I end this live video, I want to point something to you and stuff. So, the canopy up there is lopsided. It's because the mounting bracket is uneven and stuff. And I tried to put the canopy on the mounting bracket and stuff, but the canopy wouldn't stay and stuff. So that's why the canopy is lopsided and stuff. But other than that, that's all what I have to say. So this is Mr. Ceiling Fan Man 1999 signing out this video, and I'm out.